In this video, I will be looking at the lunchbox through a feminist lens, followed by a psychoanalytical lens. Writers and directors. Ritesh Batra and Vasan Bala are both famous film directors and screenwriters from Mumbai, India. The story follows a woman named Ela, who is a housewife and who makes lunch for her husband and sends it through a lunchbox delivery system. Through a mistake in the system, the lunchbox gets delivered to a stranger named Sajan, who is a man near retirement. After it keeps happening, they start writing letters to each other in which they share their life, past, and deep emotional thoughts. By the end of the movie, Ela leaves her home with her daughter and goes out to find Sajan in hopes of a better life. Feminist lens explores how genders break away from society's expectations, looks at how characters reinforce or break free from these expectations, focuses more on how women break free from the societal or cultural expectations put on them. When the lunchbox is seen through a feminist lens, it highlights how women can break the norm in gender roles, emphasizing that women are not bound to specific roles and they have the freedom for their own choice. Using the feminist lens, the film challenges women's traditional responsibilities in Indian culture. As Ela continues to write letters to Sajan, she finds a possibility of a future life with Sajan which is seen as something disgraceful in Indian tradition. In a letter, Ela wrote that she considered leaving her home and moving with Sajan. By the time Yashvi comes back from school, I'll have packed, and will take the afternoon train. This part of the film shows how Ela breaks the norms of Indian culture by leaving her husband and moving with another man. Ela is expected to do house chores, cook, and stay loyal to her husband who is ignoring her. In the beginning, Ela follows these gender roles without question, as she even tries to fix her marriage problems. However, her deep connection with Sajan gives her the possibility to leave her home and unfaithful husband, which breaks the traditional gender roles. The lunchbox shows that women are not always bound to specific gender roles and they have the freedom to break free from these roles. Psychoanalytical lens. The psychoanalytical lens explores why people behave in certain ways, analyzes the psychology of characters, explores the id, which is the unconscious mind that contains desires, the ego, which balances between desires and societal expectations, and the superego, which has the understanding of what is right and wrong. Through the psychoanalytical lens, it shows us how a deep relationship and psyche can help shape emotional struggles, leading to emotional healing and opening up about the past. By applying the psychoanalytical lens, the film highlights how an exchange of letters helps to heal and uncover deep feelings. In the lunchbox, the exchange of letters helps Sajan heal emotionally and express his past. In a letter, Sajan shares his past with Ela. I think we forget things if we have no one to tell them to. This shows how writing letters to Ela helps him emotionally heal from his past. By opening up about the past, he expresses his emotions that had been hidden within him for years. His id, the unconscious mind that has desires, allows him to want the deep connection with Ela. His superego, which follows society or guilt, prevents him from having a deep connection at first. However, his ego, the part that balances his id and superego, allows him to write the letters while not physically meeting her. Closer to the end, his ego helps him balance his desires and expectations, which allows him to be more open to Ela. The film showcases how the psychology of a person can have a major impact on a person's emotional well-being. Critiquing the film. Many camera angles focus on everyday tasks, such as riding the train or preparing food, which puts emphasis on the repetition. The film shows Mumbai through crowded trains and crowded offices. These spaces are great ways of showing how the characters feel isolated. For example, by showing Sajan in crowded trains and workplaces, it shows how he feels emotionally isolated from the rest. The lighting avoids bright lights and is mostly natural. Dark background is used for deep and emotional scenes. For example, when Sajan talks about his dead parents and wife, the dark background reflects the deep emotions he feels. The sound of the movie is mostly quiet, with little sound from the city and other background noises. There is little use of music, which allows the film to convey the emotional and intimate aspect of it. For example, when Ela and Sajan read each other's letters, there's a little music or background noise which helps convey the deep and intimate weight of the letters. Opinion on the film. It is a great movie, a little slow-paced, a simple film that is easy to keep up with, great dialogues. For example, the exchange of letters between Ela and Sajan had amazing dialogues. People should watch the film because it is a great representation of how women can break gender roles and how the psyche can shape emotional struggles.